I wanted Kirill to feel the love. It's gonna be an emotional video, guys, anyway.
Excuse me. Oof.
I don't know how I did it.
Now that you're talking about all this, kind of bringing back.
So yeah, I'm sorry for getting emotional, but it's an emotional video, and it's only the start, okay? we haven't started the very emotional bit. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel.
Hi world, welcome.
I'm Patricia. This is Max.
I am him, and before we start, please make sure that you subscribe to our channel. So we'll give you a moment, to click on that button. 3, 2, 1, subscribe. Now that you subscribe, please do like this video. Thumbs up, yeah, it's in the bottom corner. And also, we need to grow our channel, and we need you to help us. So please, as Annabelle say, please share this video with 5 of your friends. Use the WhatsApp, just send that video or on the Instagram or Facebook. Just share it with some of your friends, because what we really need is we need more views, and we need you guys to help us.
Yeah, the gods of YouTube are playing again with us. This algorithm is not working in our favor. So we really need your help. So if you love our videos, you love our channel, we will appreciate the support.
Yeah, and if you love us, by the way, most important. I love reading your messages, by the way. There's so much love. So thank you so much for your messages, Patricia. She's the one that replying to messages as well.
Most of the time you reply as well.
Yeah, I do as well, but we really love the support that you show in us, the love that you show in us. So thank you so much. And by the way, Annabelle, she loves you guys too. She's sleeping, so both of them, they're upstairs. They're both sleeping. Are they?
Yeah, they are.
So today we're going to talk about our experience with getting pregnant, during the pregnancy and the birth of our son Kirill, as you know him, Kiki.
Yeah, so it was a really eventful roller coaster from A to Z, from the conception up until the delivery. We're gonna start with the conception, yeah?
Okay.
So we got pregnant when Annabelle was 7 months old. We always wanted our kids to be close in age. The plan initially was to start for a second child when Annabelle was 12 months old. But it happens the way it happened, so we got pregnant when Annabelle was 7 months old. So what I remember is that I am not a big drinker. However, and it was during Christmas, I was craving a mojito. And something at the back of my head was telling me, check if you're pregnant before you drink. Because obviously I didn't drink for the whole pregnancy, and also I was breastfeeding Annabelle, so I wasn't drinking any alcohol. But for some reason I just had this craving of mojito, but at the same time, this not fear, but this idea that I need to check that I'm not pregnant before having an alcoholic drink. So I was breastfeeding and I was taking the pill, because obviously breastfeeding does not protect you from pregnancy, because there's this myth that when you're breastfeeding you are all good. No, that's not true. So I was breastfeeding and I was on the pill, and I asked you to buy me a pregnancy test. Do you remember that? I asked him to buy me a pregnancy test. The following day I did the pregnancy test in the morning. So there's 2 packs in the pregnancy test. I did the pregnancy test in the morning, and we were already at work.
Okay.
It came back positive, but I didn't believe it. I was just like, yeah, this, because I was showering. So what happened is I went to have a shower. I peed on the stick, and then there was the steam of the shower that got into the stick. So I was certain that the shower steam messed up with the reading. So I was like, no, I'm not pregnant. I'm gonna do it tonight. So when he came back, I did it again, and it was positive. Do you remember when I gave you the test?
Pregnant? I don't remember. What I do remember is that we did talk about having second baby, and I remember kind of vaguely. Is that the word?
Yes, I know where I was. I was in the bathroom. It was at night. I just peed on the stick the second time of the day. It came back positive again, and you came into the bedroom the toilet was open. I was looking at the stick. I told you I was pregnant, but you saw that I was crying, so you didn't know how to react.
Okay.
But then you told me later on that you were happy, but because you saw that I was crying, you didn't want to be like ha ha ha, because I was upset. And the reason why I was upset is because I was scared, because I just gave birth and to Annabelle, who was a big baby. It was a natural birth.
I was there, by the way.
No epidural, nothing. We can do another story for Annabelle. Tell us if you want to hear of how Annabelle was born.
Yeah, leave the comment below.
Yeah.
The detail, the detail of the Star family life.
So
what detail do you want?
I was scared because obviously Annabelle was born 3.5 kilo. She was a chubby bunny. She was a chubby baby. I was still breastfeeding. My body was getting back together. And I was still, in the back of my head, I know that I wanted to start again when Annabelle was 12 months old. So I was very shocked. I did not understand how, because I was taking the pill regularly. I had an alarm on my phone to take the pill regularly. And it was very, I was so shocked. I was so scared. So my tears were because I was super scared. I didn't know if I could go through this again. I didn't know if I could go through pregnancy again, if I could go through delivery again. And I don't know how I did it. It's all God, but I did it. So I was scared and I cried.
Okay. What do I have to say how I felt?
How did you feel?
I don't remember. I just remember, like it was like, okay, second baby, that's fine. And what I do remember is us going for the ultrascan.
But that was way after the.
Okay, well, this is where my memory is starting. Is us going for that scan and. Look.
Are you guys gonna find out what you're doing, or are you gonna wait?
Okay, well, I will show you, even though it's very rare to find out this early. These are legs here, and this looks like a little penis here. So I do think you're having a boy.
Good job, mommy.
That looks pretty.
I don't care. I just want to have the baby.
Yeah, something.
So so when we were already at the ultrasound stage, I had already accepted that, okay, you're gonna have a baby in the womb and outside the womb, because Annabelle was still a baby and I was still breastfeeding her for as much as I could, because I had to stop at some point because I would feel like contraction because she was breastfeeding. So I had the baby literally inside of me and outside. That's how I looked at it. I had to take care of my baby inside and my baby outside. And it was very challenging. I don't know how I did it, because after a while I had to go back to work and I had to drop Annabelle to the creche. I will come back home, sleep, because I was working the night shift. I will drop Annabelle to the creche, I will come back home, sleep, wake up an hour before going to work, eat quickly, have a shower and go to work. And this is how I was just functioning. And I just had to tell myself that, look, you have to be strong for your baby because he needs you. So my baby that I'm pregnant with, and you have to be strong for Annabelle because she also needs you. And it was very challenging.
Now that you're talking about all this, kind of bringing back those memories, and I remember at some point that was in that was May, I'd say, May, June. She was kind of getting depressed, and I remember, buying the Qashqai then, to cheer you up.
I was getting
I was getting red Qashqai, and that cheer you up, cheer her, cheer you up for a while, I remember that,
I wasn't getting depressed, I was getting exhausted. I was running on empty, and the work that I do is also very demanding, and I was running on very empty, and I'm gonna try not to get emotional because it is a lot when I think about this. Yeah, I was not depressed. I was running on empty. I was really tired and I kept pushing myself. I wanted to be, and I wanted Kirill to feel the love. It's gonna be an emotional video, guys, anyway. And I wanted Kirill to know that I love him and I want him, so I was pushing myself. You can talk so I can begin. Okay.
I don't even know what to say. I mean, being pregnant is very difficult, and have this, back-to-back pregnancy. At that time, I did not even realize how difficult it was, and now my wife, she's saying how difficult it was for her. Myself, I did not. When we were pregnant, I did not feel anything, but to be honest, after the pregnancy, after we had Kiki, and couple months later, like even now, I'm looking back and I'm thinking, it's so difficult, and I'm speaking from the men's perspective. To have your wife pregnant, she will not be the same person that the person that you had before she was pregnant. She's she had changed, and
I had to grow up.
And it's not just that, it's everything, it's literally everything. It's relationships, it's the the communication, like everything. And I think when Patricia, when she was pregnant, I was doing everything just to please her, as a yes for everything. But that wasn't the difficult part. I think the difficult part is the physically being pregnant, being the young married couple, because we literally we married 2015, and 2016 Annabelle was born, 2017 Kiki.
Yeah.
So it was just I say like it's a very difficult to be a husband of a pregnant wife. It's not easy, and working in the same time, and now she's talking about how she felt at the time, and myself, I don't remember. And what I do remember is that I had my schedule, getting up 6 a.m. in the morning, going to work, coming back, picking up Annabelle from kindergarten, feeding her, doing whatever, putting her to bed, and then Patricia, she will be back home by some after 11. So again, I'll be already sleeping, by the time she come back, maybe, we just had, a quick chat and then go to bed, and then, the next day, and that's like, 5 days a week.
Yeah.
5 days a week, and the weekends, the weekends that we had, that was the time, for us. But yeah, so that was, like, that's just us, but you want to talk about, the being pregnant, and...
So yeah, I'm sorry for getting emotional, but it's an emotional video, and it's only the start, okay? we haven't started the very emotional bit. But like I was saying, it wasn't easy, because I was tired all the time, and but I wanted Kiki to know that how much I love him, how much I want him, and I will take a break during my lunch break, and I will talk to him. I will touch my belly, and I will. Oh God! I was already calling him Kiki. Remember?
Yeah, I guess we had an agreement, and again, like talking about this, this is some sort of distant memory. I be honest with you, I guess 70% I wouldn't even recall, from what we're talking about now. I wouldn't recall. What I do remember is that the flashes. It's like some key moments.
Yeah.
But those I remember very well, and I think the names, Annabelle and Kirill. I think from very beginning we had agreement, like Annabelle. I wanted to have a daughter. That was like, to me, have a daughter first. That was it. This is everything I ever wanted. And name Annabelle, I think is a very beautiful name. It suits her very well. But I think the agreement we had is that we will have the first child, and we call it the mommy's name, whatever the mommy wants to call the first child, and then the second child will be my choice. So name Kirill, it's a Russian name, so the English, French version will be, you know, Kirill. Felt that this is, you know,
Yeah.
this is the name. So
Okay, I'm gonna get myself together.
Yeah.
So the pregnancy, I was tired all the time. I was tired all the time. I was trying to show a lot of love to Annabelle, tried to show a lot of love to Kirill, and Max had to take the back seat because I was on surviving mode, and Max was really good during both pregnancies, I have to say. If God bless us with another baby, I know that he will also take care of me very, very well. So I do enjoy my pregnancy in the sense that he's really present, he's really loving, and he's very caring. So that's the good stage of the pregnancy. So the pregnancy went well, but I was just tired all the time and very busy. So now we're gonna talk about the labor and the delivery, and I'm gonna be crying again because that's
It's
even
okay.
more emotional. So you can start, or who do you want to start?
So Kirill was born in September, and by calculation he's supposed to be born like towards end of September.
Yeah.
So here we are in you know, the very beginning. You know, it was 6th of September, and I had to travel, you know, for work. So I traveled to Moscow, and you know, we were on the phone, like obviously, you know, the WhatsApp, you know, and every time, you know, we were talking over the phone, and I remember, you know, like everything was fine except actually Patricia, she during the pregnancy, like with Annabelle, it was just a smooth, you know, like pregnancy, you know, like it was kind of like easy pregnancy, you know, what would you say?
Yeah.
And with Kirill, she always had some, like she would be worrying, you know, she would be going to doctors like more often than we, you know, we going to doctors when we was pregnant with Annabelle. And she always had this, you know, like a bit of worry, you know, like it was like literally was the mother instincts. So so here we are, September, you know, 5th, 6th of September, I traveled to Russia. I'm in Russia, you know, doing my, you know, business thing, and she's in Ireland. And
Yeah. So he traveled 3 weeks before we were due. My mom came to stay with me. I had already started my maternity leave. I took my maternity leave way in advance because I couldn't take it. So I took my maternity leave in advance, and he traveled, like I said. The 37 week, I had an appointment. I had a checkup. I went there with my mom. So Annabelle was in the crèche. I went there with my mom. She drove me. So it comes my turn to be checked up. She's measuring my belly, and every single time, even before that, every single time she was measuring my belly, they were always telling me, baby is small, you need to eat more. And I was eating a lot, but they kept telling me, baby is small, baby is small. There was always this worry that he was small. So I'm gonna get again emotional, and I apologize, but it is what it is. So 37 weeks we go there. Just before I leave, she asked me, is everything okay with the baby? How do you feel? And I said, well, Kirill is not, I called him Kirill, I was already calling him Kirill. Kirill is not moving as much as his sister was moving. The doctor looked at each other. They were like, okay, we're gonna do a scan. They did a scan, and then, oh.
babe, he's okay.
No.
Sometimes, yeah, like now that, you know, now that she's talking about, I actually remember, you know, us going to those, you know, appointments, and they will always, you know, look at they have like some sort of a graph,
Yeah.
and they always been saying like, you know, he's okay, but he's below where, you know, it should be. Like there was always, you know, like there was always kind of, you know, the indication that he is below where normally, you know,
The weight.
the fetus, what's the call
The
it?
fetus.
The fetus, you know, should be. And now that, you know, now that we're talking about this and Patricia is mentioning it, you know, I actually remember that. But yeah, now it's coming back.
Oh God. Guys, I'm coming back. I just need to compose myself because it is a lot.
Okay, guys. So I think, you know, this will be end of part 1, and part 2 is coming. So make sure that you subscribed and, you know, like the video, share this video with your friends. Part 2 is coming.
And part 2 is even more emotional, more crying. So stay tuned for part 2. Thank you.
Bye.